educational institution in Pakistan with a legacy of academic brilliance and a long list of notable scholars. So now, welcome Professor Ahmad.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Thank you very much. First of all, I congratulate Mr. Khalid for organizing this conference, and really I appreciate the concept and the efforts of Mr. Khalid for conducting this conference. And my today's talk topic is President Xi Jinping vision about the Belt and Road Initiative. CPEC is one of a small part of this BRI, and maybe in Pakistan, vision about the future outlook of President Xi Jinping. That's why my talk is about the vision of the president. So, just the overview of the Belt and Road Initiative. The goal of the global development strategy, which over several speakers already told about the CPEC, and the first phase and the second phase is now going on. Our Prime Minister visited, and now it will be started soon. But the main thing is the vision of the presidency in 2013 is to improve the regional connectivity and the collaboration between Asia, Europe, and Africa. And there are two primary initiatives of his vision. Number one is the Silk Road Economic Belt, and number two is the 21st century maritime Silk Road. The Silk Road Economic Belt. I will show you one of the maps. That is the network that uses the critical maritime routes to link China with Southeast Asia, South Asia, Africa, and the Europe. So, in this project, highways, motorways, railways, energy pipelines, and you can name all the economic development things. These all are included in his vision, but the main thing is it environment friendly or not? That is the main question for whole world. And that's why today I will give you some of the insight of his vision. Yes, it is environment friendly projects. This is the ancient Silk Road. Here's the China, and you can see from here. And from here, this is from my cursor to here. This is just the CPEC. You can see from China up to Italy, it's a whole Silk Road. And as one of the speakers here mentioned, that Pakistan has a very, very less share in these projects. But how we can get the maximum shares from these small projects? This should be the our strategy. And today in this hall, all the economists and other people are sitting. So it's our vision that how we can achieve these things. There are many implications associated with the multifaceted impact of the Belt and the Road Initiative. So these implications have a direct impact. For example, the economic implication, then the geopolitical implication, and most importantly is the environmental implication. social implication, financial implication, technological, policy, and global implication. And nowadays, in the whole world, everybody is talking about the climate change, everybody is talking about the environmental implication, and that's why this is the most important thing in this project. So, as I already mentioned that BRI is known in China as the One Belt, One Road. There are several names of this project. In China it is also called One Belt, One Road, and sometimes referred to the New Silk Road. And in 2013, the President Xi gave this idea, and it consists of 150 countries. They all are the partner of this BRI. Pakistan is one of the partners. And BRI is composed of 6 urban development land corridors, already mentioned by our speakers. So I just referred some of the, they already mentioned $7.1 trillion GPD if this project will be complete by 2014. Then the GDP of the China increased 7.1 trillion per annum. And that benefits will be widespread as improved infrastructure, reduce friction by road. So now we have to find out how much share we can get from this, because there are 150 countries and every country is investing, and China is investing, and there are many financial partners, and everybody is very much concerned. They have very much concern about the environmental implication for their own countries, because you cannot say that in Pakistan if you will have the bad environment, then our neighboring countries it will be good. No. So it's a global climate change and global warming all over the world. So these are the 150 countries, and Pakistan is one of them. And this is the map of that countries. So as I already mentioned that there are 6 international economic corridors, they are already mentioned, and China-Pakistan economic corridor, which is called the CPEC, that is the one part. Apart from the aforementioned 6 economic corridors, the 21st century American Silk Road is also part of the BRI, and that will be the game changer. The roads and the trains and others, but the main thing is the maritime Silk Road, and that will be the more important thing. And that's why we have this Gwadar port on this area. So here, so these are the BRI corridors, and you can see it will consist all over the world from China up to Europe. The importance of the environmental sustainability in global infrastructure development, that which I mentioned in my introduction, that how everybody is talking about the environment. Because when we will build the railways, when we build the motorways, when we will build the infrastructures, definitely there will be environmental degradation. How we can minimize these environmental things, degradations? How we can, because everybody is now talking about the, in Pakistan, the smoke and other things, but how we can reduce that? It will happen all over the world, and that's why from this project we have all the mitigation and other things, mitigating the environmental impact encouraging the renewable energies, strengthening the resilience to the climate change, and community engagement and consultation with the stakeholders, and international cooperation and standards. So if we will achieve these things, then definitely we can improve the environment. So President Xi vision, the development of an ecological civilization and inclusive and peaceful community are the key component of the President Xi sustainability. In order to create a brighter future for everybody, this dual strategy seeks to accomplish the sustainable development, safeguard the environment, advance social harmony, strengthening international collaboration. These values, which represent a dedication to creating long-term prosperity, stability and well-being for its citizens and the global community, serve as the foundation of the China's domestic program and foreign policy initiative. So this is the vision, and these are some of the policy guidelines which he mentioned in his speech. I quoted that on May 14, 2017. He said we should pursue the new vision of green development and way of life, and work that is green, low carbon, circular and sustainable. Efforts should be made to strengthen the cooperation in ecological and environmental protection and build a sound ecosystem so as to realize to goals set by the 2030 Agenda for Sustainable Development. He further stated, we will set up a big data service platform on ecological and environmental protection. And that setup means if 150 countries set up their own data and they will share that data, that is the big data service platform. We propose the establishment of an international coalition of green development on the Belt and Road, and we will provide support to related countries in adapting to climate change. That is the vision, and that's why we suffered in 2022 with the floods, yet we didn't get anything. And that is the adaptation to the climate change. And if this project will complete, then definitely the countries like Pakistan and others, they will develop. So these are some of the principles of the environmentally friendly development in PRA. Sustainable infrastructure, green investment. We all are talking about pollution prevention and control, and biodiversity conservation, water resource management, environmental impact assessments, climate change mitigation and adaptation, international standards and best practices, environmental governance, community engagement and social responsibility, monitoring and evaluating, and capacity building. So, by adhering these principles, the BRI aims to promote the sustainable development, minimize environmental impacts, and create a harmonious relationship between the development and the natural environment. That is the 12 things if we will do along the CPEC, along the BRI, then definitely our environment and our earth will be safe. So, this is the approach one. As I already mentioned, environmental protection. How we can do the environmental protection? To save the natural resources, cut pollution, lessen the effect of the climate change, sustainable development methods, and environmental conservations are encouraged. The green development means to promote the low carbon, renewable energy, and green technology policies. We should have the laws and the rules to strengthen the ecological restoration, biodiversity preservation, and ecological protection initiative nationwide. Also, there should be international cooperation by promoting the worldwide collaboration on environmental matters, incorporating environment in international accord, and climate change and ecological sustainability. Then the public education and the awareness, as our previous in session one, our media people, they already mentioned about the awareness. The approach two is the goal of the creating a harmonious and inclusive community. How we can develop a peaceful, in this project, the key aspects of the China approach is the green infrastructure, refers to the initiative that supports the creation of the environmentally sustainable and resilient infrastructure development. This entails incorporating sustainable materials, energy efficient design, green technology into the planning and execution of the project. Environmental standards. Maintain the strict environmental standards. Investment in renewable energy. Endorsing investment along belt and road corridors in renewable energy sources as hydroelectric, solar and wind power. Ecological conservation. To mitigate the effects of the environment and foster ecological resilience, efforts should be made to conserve the biodiversity, restore habitats and protect the ecosystem. And then collaboration and capacity building. That is the major problem in Pakistan. And we should focus on these things, the collaboration and the capacity building. I will just give one example that our universities, our ministries, our institutes, they are doing very good work, but in silos. There is no collaboration, there is no cooperation. I am doing one work, other department is also doing the same work. So we are wasting our energy on the same work, and when they will, this we already done. Oh, we are doing this. But there is no collaboration. That is the major thing. We have to focus on that. And then the policy supports. There should be a support from the government policies. We don't have this kind of policy that one day we have the solar and another day this policy is changed. No. That is the disaster of these things. And that's why President Xi vision is about sustainability. Then the financial supports and the international cooperation, working together to strengthen the cooperation on environmental protection, the deployment of the clean energy, technology transfer with international organizations, multilateral development banks and partner nations. These forfeits groups activates aimed at accomplishing the sustainable development and the global climate goals. Some of the case studies I just mentioned because our economists, they already mentioned about the CPEC in detail, but China-Pakistan economic corridor is the major thing for Pakistan, and as an environmentalist, I always said this is not the China-Pakistan economic corridor, this is the China-Pakistan environmental corridor, because in this way we can improve the environment of our country and also our areas. So the Carrot hydropower projects and the Gwadar port development. I will. This is the CPEC. I will not go into detail. They already mentioned 2.3 million jobs between 2015 to 2030. It is the according to the experts of CPEC, it will create 2.3 million jobs, but due to some political things, we cannot create much jobs in Pakistan. That is the major thing. We should create the jobs here. So, this is the Pakistan, and here is the CPEC project. So, these are the three corridor, the central route, eastern route, the western route. So, up to now, it's 2024. We just, as the previous speaker already mentioned, that how much work it has been covered. Now it's phase 2. So the project under CPEC, infrastructure development, energy projects, industrial economic zone, and telecommunication. And the main thing is the key collaborative efforts. So the government to government collaboration, international partner, public-private partnership, academia and research institution. And that's why I already mentioned, and today I also appreciate Mr. Khalid that first time at the government level or this CPEC level, any academia is here, and they are giving their research collaboration, their research outputs. Because University of the Punjab, we already have MOUs with 25 universities in China. We are already working with them. We already have the projects on mineral exploration and environmental climate change, solar and electrical engineering department. They have the collaboration, but there is no platform where we have to give these research knowledge exchange program. But that is good. The community engagement, environmental organization, and technology and these are some of the success stories. We have the Pakistan infrastructure development CPEC. This is the Gwadar Port project. You can see, and always we are thinking about that, how Gwadar is the game changer. But no, you can see that before 2013, after now, how it changed the areas and so. And this is the Carrot hydropower projects. That is just for Pakistan. I am also giving some example of BRI, because I am not giving the presentation CPEC, I am giving to the presentation on the President Xi Jinping. So this is the Colombo Port City project in Sri Lanka. The goal of the Colombo Port City project is to establish a contemporary urban development region next to the port of the Colombo. So the green building standards and the coastal protection and restoration. So this is the view of this Colombo Port City project. Then these Baba Djibouti Railway, that is the electric trains, and that will be sustainable feature. The railway project uses the renewable energy sources to power energy efficient electric trains in order to reduce the disturbance of the animals and the effects on the ecosystem along the route. We just talk about the human being, but his vision is also about the ecosystem, about the animals, about the human beings, everything. Okay, so lesson learned and best practices we already mentioned: monitoring, evaluation, knowledge sharing and capacity building, green technology, policy alignment, regulation. And then the future outlook, the vision is economic and social reforms, enhancing the regional security, community social development program, infrastructure expansion, and accomplish the strategic goals. These should be the future plan. I will not go in detail due to the time shortage, but you can see all World Bank, environmental, the greener belt and medium climate resistant. And in conclusion, major commitment to the global sustainable development is seen. Second thing is the China hopes to encourage international cooperation for a cleaner, greener future by giving environmental preservation, resource conservation and green growth the top priority. The idea not only tackles the problem with the environment today, but it also establishes the standard of the global collaboration in the achievement of the sustainable development objectives. And under the BRI, President Xi intends offer a roadmap for striking a healthy balance between environmental stewardship and development as a nation collaboration to create a shared community with a shared destiny. Thank you very much.